बड़ा ना। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम। फाइन, ठीक है. We'll begin with a small invocation prayer. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च. नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा. So as Gopal welcome to all of you all for this program. So I would like to congratulate you all that you all have chosen to come for this course. Just the point that you all have decided to register for this course shows that you all are a little serious to understand the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. In the land of India, Bhagavad Gita is a very important book, but most people don't even know what's there in Bhagavad Gita. I remember years ago we did a competition for school children. We touched around 120 schools in Goa. We went around speaking to the children. We had a Gita competition. And in one class, I went and asked the children, how many of you all have heard of Bhagavad Gita? One child said, I have heard. I asked him, what's there? The child said, Ganesha stories. The child didn't know. But then how can you blame the child? Parents only don't know. Right? If the parents don't know, how you can give this message to the children? So Gita is a very, very relevant book. Very important book. See, when we go through some problems in life, no other textbook can help you. You may be an expert in maths, geography, this, that, economics, but none of these textbooks can help you when you actually go through difficulties. The only thing that can help us is the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. But we need a course like this. This course is very thoughtfully made, very systematically made, very scientifically presented. Once you understand this course, we don't claim that you will understand Gita fully, but you will have understood the basics of Bhagavad Gita very well. The fundamentals of spiritual life will be very clear, and many of the questions that we have related to God, soul, death, everything will be very, very clear. Right? So this is a very important course. Before we begin, yeah, 1 minute.
Hare Krishna. So just a small announcement, if anybody wants to use the washroom, it's right outside. Okay, we'll be available there. If you want any help or drink water, we have it available. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, connected to that also, I hope all of your mobiles are in silent. Please do keep it in silent. Gopal Prabhu already announced that if you all have any questions that come up, which will definitely come up, please note it down. We will address these questions during the Q&A session also. And the last thing, from Today being the first day, people are registering. But from tomorrow, we hope to start on time so that we can cover the topics properly. So the course is called The Journey of Self-Discovery, right? We are discovering the entire world out there, but have we discovered our own self? That's what this course is about. This course is about going within, finding that home, finding that Atma, that spirit within all of us. So in this course, we are going to cover 6 topics. 6-day course, we are touching 6 topics. Today we are going to see the topic called Search for Happiness. Then we are going to do this topic, Does God exist? Is Scripture the Word of God? We are going to discuss about God and Scripture. The third topic, one God, many gods. Bhagwan ek hai ya anek. The fourth topic, who am I? The search for identity. मैं कौन हूँ? Day 5, why do bad things happen to good people? And day 6, a very important topic, practical application of Gita in one's life. This is how the course is structured. ठीक है? Okay, so with this introduction, we'll begin day 1, search for happiness. Okay, another very important thing. The class is getting recorded. We will provide you the entire video of the class. Along with that, we will also give you course notes also. So you don't have to note down everything. If you want to note down, you're most welcome. But what we would recommend is please understand the concepts. That's what is most important. And if any questions come, you all can definitely note down. But the entire course notes, we will give it to you. Okay? So, having said that, we will get into day 1, search for happiness. Anand ki Khoj. One time, there was a king. And in this king's palace, one sadhu came. And this king had this question to the sadhu, what is happiness? Because everyone is looking for happiness. Everyone is looking for it, but no one seems to get it. So the king also had a question to the sadhu, where is happiness? So the sadhu took the king to the garden, king's own garden, and there were some butterflies. And the saint said, my dear king, please catch this butterfly. So the king, as soon as he would go near the butterfly would fly away. How many of y'all had this experience? Probably in today's times, children see butterflies only on mobile. Real world is all in the real world, in the mobile. Yeah. So the king was going next to the butterfly and the butterfly would fly away. And he got exhausted doing this entire effort. Finally, he just sat down there and the butterfly came and sat on his shoulder. So many times, happiness is like that. It looks very near, like this butterfly. ऐसा लगता है हाथ में मिलेगा, but as soon as you go near it, it flies away. है कि नहीं? सबको एक्सपीरियंस है, दिखता है पास में पर हाथ में नहीं आता. So what is this mystery of happiness? We will try to understand. So as we told you, this course is made in such a way, just like a building, na? For a building to stand, you have to make the foundation well. Step by step, floor by floor, a building is made. Similarly, this course is designed in such a way that slowly, one by one, you understand different concepts. So before we get into the topic of happiness, there is something more fundamental we have to understand. And this is the most fundamental aspect of spiritual life. What is that? Just like here you are seeing, students are standing in line for admission in a college. Right? So students, when they go to a college for admission, there are different categories of admission. Isn't it? Different categories. You have like a general category or a central government quota or different categories of admission. Similarly, when someone travels in a plane, in a flight, there are different categories of seats in an airplane. Business class, economic class, like that. Or in a train, whatever. So whenever we come across categories, it means two things. Just like students standing in line for admission in a college. Whenever there are categories of admission, two things are there. One is, there is a common thing. They may be in different categories, but they are all seeking admission in the same college. Yeah, people who are flying, different categories of seats, but they are in the same flight, no? The same flight. Facilities may be different, but they are all in the same flight. But still, so one thing is there is something common between both whenever we have categories. And secondly, there is difference also. What is the difference? Like in college, depending on how much marks you have got, or whether your father is a central government servant, there are different categories. So there are certain differences, maybe on marks, maybe on salaries, whatever. And similarly, in flight, you have differences based on the amount of money you pay and the amount of facilities you get. So simply, what it means is, whenever there is more than one category, what it means is there are certain differences and there are certain common things. Understood? जब भी एक से ज़्यादा कैटेगरी है, इसका अर्थ क्या है? थोड़े differences है, थोड़े समानता है. Similarly, the scriptures explain that if you study the living entities around, people who are living, there are two categories technically. One is human beings and other is animals. We put all the other species into the category of animals for today's discussion. Human beings and animals. So now, when we say there are two categories of living entities, humans and animals, what it means? It means that there are something common between both and there are differences between both. समझ में आया? So now we will try to understand, very important to understand, what is common between us and animals and what is the difference between us and animals. Okay? So the first thing we will try to understand is what are the common things between humans and animals. Anyone has any thoughts? हम में और पशुओं में क्या समानता है? Yes. Both are living on earth. Okay, good. Yes.
We do the same things as animals.
Like
Eating, the daily how we live life. They also do their life. But only thing is we have a mind. We have ability to think and differentiate what is right, wrong, which they lack.
Good. Thank you.
Eating, sleeping, and reproduction.
Yes. Sir has attended our course before. Okay. So basically, simple words, as Sir said, 4 things: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. There's a verse. So this entire course is based on our scriptures. So there's a verse in Mahabharata which says, Ahar Nidra Vai Maitunam Cha Samanya Etat Pashubir Narana. There are 4 things common between Pashubir Narana, humans and animals. What are the 4 things? Ahar. Ahar means eating. Ahar. Nidra. Nidra is sleeping. Bhai means fear. And because of fear, what you do? Defending. And then Maitun is mating basically. So these are 4 things common between humans and animals. That's it. Right? Anytime you see National Geographic Channel or whatever, whenever they show you any animal species, they will show you how the animal eats, sleeps, mates and defends. That's all life is. So these are 4 things common. You see, we may feel that we are more advanced than animals in these 4 things. But in essence, the joy of or the result of these 4 things, the experience is almost same between humans and animals. The animals may eat things very crudely and we may have a whole system of eating, right? Hotel management and different kinds of restaurants, different kinds of diets and different kinds of whatever food from different places of the world. But the experience, once you eat it, see, the taste is how much till the food passes through your tongue. Just that moment. Uske baad to the idea of eating is to fill your belly. That's all, right? So the experience, we may have made it very sophisticated. So much human energy goes in eating, right? So much human energy. But ultimately, the experience of eating is the same what animals also go through. Similarly, sleeping, right? Animals may sleep, on a tree, they go to sleep. Or you may find dogs in Bombay, the busiest street in Bombay, dogs are like peacefully sleeping. And the problem with humans is, in a very peaceful setting, AC, comfortable bed, no sleep, right? So I often tell this, that we have never heard of animals having insomnia problem. Okay? It's only coming to human beings. So once you go to sleep, do you come to know where you are, whether you are there on a bed or on the floor? Once you go to sleep, that's all. The experience is the same exactly as animals. And then the third aspect of mating, sex life, which is so hyped up in human society in today's world, but ultimately the experience is the same. It's the same experience, nothing different. We have just hyped it up too much. And then fourth is defending, right? Animals have their own ways of defending, and we have our own styles of defending. We may be more advanced in defending, but why do you have to defend? The base emotion is fear. That's what is driving your defense now, right? You may have different ways, passwords and this, that, these are all your defense systems, but ultimately what is driving that defense is the aspect of fear, which is there between humans and animals. So the scriptures explain these four things: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Even if you do it in a better way, doesn't make you better than animals. You're understanding? It may make you little sophisticated, but it's the same animalistic tendency. And if you see today's human society, the whole human society revolves around these four things. Whole human society. How do I eat better? How do I sleep better? See, it's not only mating, it also refers to entertainment. Entertainment, how do I enjoy better? Animals have their own way of enjoyment, we have our own way of enjoyment. And then how do I defend? Whole human energy, entertainment industry, how much money goes in entertainment industry? For one movie, 1 hour movie, people spend like 500-600 crores on 1 hour movie. So much human energy goes in eating, sleeping, mating, entertainment, enjoying, and then defending. But the scriptures tell us, just doing these four things better doesn't make us a human. It will only make us a better animal. It will not make us a human. Understanding? What is the actual difference? These are the common things that we saw. Now, what is the actual difference between us and animals? We all know in our heart of heart that we are better than animals. If someone calls you a dog, how do you feel? Bad, no? No one likes to be compared to animals. Kutta, like that. You feel very bad. So what makes you better than animals? What is the difference? What makes us superior? Yes. Mind thinking, very good. Yes. Making choices, very good. Thank you so much. Anything else? In what way are we better than animals?
We can plan for tomorrow.
We can plan for tomorrow. Correct. Okay. Good. Good answer.
We have a purpose.
We
have a purpose.
We have a purpose. Okay. Yeah. Coming closer. Good. So someone may say, reasoning. We can reason. We can question. We can think. Logical intelligence. Or someone may say there's more emotions in humans than in animals. But these, to some extent, are there in animals also. Can we say that animals don't think? Can we say it? Animals think. Can we say that animals have no intelligence? We cannot say. They also have intelligence, right? Their intelligence may be used for eating, sleeping, mating, defending, but they have some intelligence, right? Some amount of emotions. All these things are there in animals also. The scriptures explain us the actual difference is 4 things. If we have these 4 things in our life, then we can claim that we are better than animals. Otherwise, we cannot claim. What are the 4 things? The first is called ability for higher inquiry. A refers to ability for Higher inquiry. Inquiry means questioning. Madam said purpose. Animals don't have any purpose in life. They don't ask any questions. Do you find animals ever coming and asking any question? God, why did you create me? Why am I there in this world? They don't ask any questions. They have no questions that they can ask. They are living like, it's almost like a automatic, autopilot, robotic life, right? They don't have this ability for higher questions, higher thinking, inquiry. So human beings, we can question. What we can question? We can question why we are there in this world, right? Why there is suffering? Is there a God there? Why someone is rich? Why someone is poor? We can have so many questions. What is life? What is death? We can ask all these questions, and this is what human life is meant for. The Vedanta Sutra, the first verse, the first aphorism of the Vedanta says, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Athato means therefore now is the time to inquire about the absolute. Brahma Jigyasa. Animals cannot inquire. We can inquire about the absolute. So this is the first principle called ability for higher inquiry. We all know the story of Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha, he was son of great king. His name was Siddhartha. So when he was born, an astrologer told the father, the king, that this boy will become a big sannyasi or become like a very rich person. So the father didn't want the son to become a sannyasi. So he kept in a very protected environment. Siddhartha never saw any problems in life. So one day, Siddhartha with the minister, he goes out on a tour, and he sees a person coughing very badly, very severe kind of disease. So Siddhartha never in his life saw someone going through a disease. He never saw it. So he asked the minister, "What is this?" The minister said, "This is disease." He goes a little ahead and he sees an old man. This old man is completely bent down, can't even stand straight. He's having a stick and he's walking. So Siddhartha is asking the minister, what has happened to this guy? Why he's not standing straight? The minister told him he's become old. This old age will come to everyone. It will come to you also. After some time, as they were going ahead, Siddhartha saw a scene that really hit him hard. He saw 4 people carrying a man on their shoulders. The man was peacefully sleeping, and they were chanting Ram Naam Satya Hai, Ram Naam Satya Hai. So Siddhartha asked the minister, why is that guy sleeping? Why he's not getting up? The minister told him he's gone permanently to sleep. He will not get up again. He will get up in some other form. So Siddhartha just couldn't take that. What do you mean? And the minister said, this is going to happen to everyone. Everyone it will happen to. So then it hit Siddhartha very hard. He said, I have to find answers to these questions. I cannot just live life like this. So he goes and becomes Buddha, the enlightened one. Because he was sincere in finding questions, in asking questions and finding answers. Like Parikshit Maharaj, Arjuna's grandson, he had a notice that he would die in 7 days. So Parikshit was very serious that I want to perfect my life. He goes to Shukdev Goswami and is asking Shukdev Goswami, now I am about to die, what should I do? So spiritual life begins with a ability for higher inquiry. Just like Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is asking questions, Lord Krishna is answering. Second thing refers to bliss. Bliss means happiness. See, animals also experience happiness, right? Some amount of happiness they experience. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending will give you happiness. But that happiness is only on the bodily level. But as human beings, we can experience higher levels of happiness. Bodily happiness is not everything. Beyond bodily, there is happiness on the mental plane, intellectual plane, emotional plane, and the highest is the spiritual plane. These higher levels of happiness, animals cannot experience. Only human beings can experience. And see, as someone said, see refers to choice. Animals don't have choice. In front of the cow, you keep meat and grass. What will the cow eat? Grass. In front of a tiger, you keep meat and grass. What will the tiger eat? Meat. In front of a human being, you keep meat and grass. What will the human eat? Depends. Depends. Might be cow sometime, might be tiger sometime. Human beings are very unpredictable. The most dangerous animal is a human, right? So choice. We have a choice what we can eat or anything in life. Animals don't have choice. They don't have choice. So animals react. Human beings, we can respond. React matlab animals don't think. They just act impulsively. As humans, we have an ability to choose this or that. Like today, you all registered for this course. You all chose to register for the course now, right? So today you all have come. Tomorrow evening again you will have a choice whether to come or not, right? So the choice is always there with us. So ultimately it depends on what we choose and how consistently we choose. Okay? So one devotee was explaining what is life. Life is a segment. Starts with point B, ends with point D. Starts with point B. B refers to birth and D refers to death. Birth, point B, we don't have any control. Did we have any control? When we would be born, to whom we would be born, no control. Do we have control of point D? No control. We don't know when that will come. But B and D both are fixed. Can't change it. Both are fixed. When it is going to happen, it will happen. So you don't have control of B, you don't have control of D. What do you have control of? In between B and D is the letter C. C refers to choice. And in this whole life, between point B and point D, there are unlimited points. And every point has a letter C. So life basically is moment to moment choice. And what happens to us in future will depend on what we choose in the present. Where we are now is because of what we chose in the past, and what we choose now will decide what will be in the future. And D refers to determination. Dridhata, Nischay. Animals don't have any determination. As human beings, we can be determined. Once we decide to do something, once we know what is right, we can follow that path with great determination. So these are the 4 differences between humans and animals. Ability for higher inquiry, we can experience higher levels of bliss, choice and determination. If these 4 things are not there, humans are as good as animals. Right? So the verse in the Mahabharata which I was explaining from, Ahara Nidra Vayamaitunam cha Samanya etat Pashubir Naranam Dharmo hi tesham adhikyo vishesho dharmena hina pashubi samana. If dharma is not there in human life, then humans are as good as animals. So, if we don't explore this potential of A, B, C, D that I explained now, we are simply well-dressed, sophisticated, polished, 2-legged animals. Right? So, if the words of the Mahabharata is too heavy, Prabhuji, how can you call us animals? Okay, we are not animals, we are well-dressed, sophisticated, polished, 2-legged, but animals only. This is the verse in the Mahabharata. In fact, if we don't follow those 4 things, ability for higher inquiry, higher levels of bliss, choice, determination, that means if there is no dharma in a human life, human being can become worse than animal. Human being can become worse than animal. See this chart. Sleeping pills. Is it there in human society, animal society? Human society. Scarcity. Is it there in human society, animal society? Human society. Threat. Dhamki dena. Human society, animal society? Human society. Heartbreaks. कहीं पे देखा है क्या? कुत्ता बिल्ली दिल टूट गया, कहीं पे हुआ है? नहीं हुआ. Stress management. Human society, animal society? Human society. Addictions. Humans. Suicide. कहीं पे देखा है? कुत्ता छलांग लगाया, छत के ऊपर से, कभी देखा है क्या? पेपर में आया कभी भी? कभी भी नहीं. All this is human society. So we are talking about progress. कहाँ progress है ये? कहाँ progress है? We are not even become better than animals. Animals के साथ compete भी नहीं कर पा रहे हम. हाँ, we have become worse than animals. Not even animals. We have become worse than animals. Why? Because we are not acting the way we are supposed to act. We are not exploring the potential of human being. So one time there was one scientist basically who was meeting some farmers, and the scientist was telling the farmers that science has made so much advancement. We can fly like the bird in the sky. We can swim like the fish in the water. The farmer asked him, when will we walk on land like humans? We are like imitating animals. We have forgot to become humans. So that's the problem, right? So all these issues are because humans are not acting the way we are supposed to act. The kind of cruelty going around in the world, I mean, it's, all this is because we have missed the main goal of, or as madam said, the purpose of human life. So one time, there was a farmer who won a lottery prize. And this farmer, he got a brand new Ferrari car. Brand new Ferrari car. So what this farmer did was, he took the Ferrari car to the field and he put a plow at the back of the Ferrari car and he started to plow the field. So what do you think would have happened? क्या उसका एक्सपीरियंस रहा होगा? हाँ? Anyone like to share? पहला
Was flying like Ferrari.
What is that?
Plow was flying like a Ferrari.
Plow was flying, yeah. Plow was flying like a Ferrari, and Ferrari became like a plow basically. The Ferrari car is completely destroyed, right? First thing. Second thing is, the field will not even get plowed. Can you plow a field with a Ferrari car? You can't plow. So if the field is not getting plowed and the Ferrari car is destroyed, what is going to be the experience of the farmer? He'll be frustrated completely. And that is what is happening in modern society. Human form of life is like a Ferrari car. Animal form of life is like a tractor. Now what we are doing with this human body, we are doing the work of a tractor. We are doing the activities of an animal. So what is happening? Three things. First is body is getting destroyed. The more you act like an animal, the more you destroy the body. First thing. Second thing is, you will not even able to enjoy, because you can't compete with an animal even in enjoyment. And the third thing is, you will become thoroughly frustrated. Human society is completely frustrated because instead of acting what humans are supposed to do, instead of doing our work, we are doing the work of animals. Therefore, we are thoroughly frustrated. Right? Eating. Can you compete with an elephant for eating? No. Can you compete with a polar bear for sleeping? You can't compete. We are not, this human form of life is not meant for doing all these things. It's not at all meant for it. Okay? So this is the first section where we saw common things and differences between humans and animals. Anyone has any questions, any comments till what we discussed? No questions? Is it clear? Can we go ahead? Okay. So in today's world, everyone is running. That's a fact. In Goa, you don't get to see that so much. But you go to Bombay, you go to any other city, you'll understand. Right? People are just running and running. You really don't know why. Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, he would give an example, a real story. There was one family in Bombay. The father would get up 3 in the morning to go for work. That's Bombay life, You have to get up very early. You would get up early in the morning and go to work. And by the time he would come back, it would be like 11, 12 in the night. And he had a small son. This son never saw his father. Because When the son wakes up, father is already gone. And by the time the father has come, the son is gone to sleep. After like 6-7 years, the father knocked the door. The boy opened the door and asked him, "Who are you?" He never saw the father only. So people are running in today's society, we really don't know for what. So most people have different goals in life, but ultimately what everyone is looking for is happiness, right? You may say someone's goal may be money, someone's goal may be name and fame, someone's goal may be whatever, exposition, but ultimately, why do you want all this? The base thing that we are all looking for is happiness. Whatever we do in life, whatever choices we make, we all want happiness. Anandamayo bhyasat. The scriptures say we are all happiness seeking, anand, seeking that bliss and pleasure. So what kind of happiness we are looking for? Agreed that we are all looking for happiness, but what kind of happiness? We are looking for happiness that is permanent, that is increasing more and more, that can be shared with others, and there is a lot of variety in it. Isn't it? Think about it. This is what we are looking for, kind of happiness. We want happiness that is permanent. If you are happy today, do you want to be happy tomorrow or not? You want to be? Okay. So now, if you are happy today, tomorrow do you want to that happiness to remain same or increase? Huh? Increase. Same applies to money also. You're rich, but tomorrow you want to be more richer or enough? No, I have not seen any rich guy who says, God, this is it. Right? You just want to increase it more and more. You want to increase your happiness. And if you are happy, very, very happy, and your relative, your friend is miserable, will it be good? You want to share that happiness with others. And there should be variety in it also. Okay? Eating rice dal gives happiness. But every day can you eat rice dal? You want variety, na? Usme bhi thoda idhar udhar change chahiye. You want variety also. So this is what we are looking for. So this kind of happiness is called permanent happiness. What it is called? Permanent happiness. So what we are looking for? Permanent happiness. When these qualities are missing, that kind of happiness is called relative happiness. Understanding? That means happiness that is not permanent, that is not increasing, that cannot be shared with others is called relative happiness. So we spoke about permanent happiness, and then we are speaking about relative happiness. So what are the qualities of relative happiness? Relative happiness means happiness that is dependent on something, some person or some situation. Like if I say, I am happy, but for me to be happy, I need internet, good speed internet. Is that permanent, real happiness or relative happiness? Why? Because when the internet speed is not there, you'll be miserable. Isn't it? That's what it means. Or if you say, for me to be happy, I need this person in my life. Is that real happiness or relative happiness? Relative happiness. When that person is not there in your life, you're going to be miserable. So think about it. The happiness that we have in life, is it real happiness or relative happiness? Relative happiness. All our happiness is dependent on something, some person, some situation. It's not our happiness. It is happiness that is dependent on something. That means very soon you are going to become miserable. It's a recipe for misery. Because when that dependence factor is taken away, we will land in misery. Understanding this? So this is called relative happiness. Second quality of relative happiness means the gap between two problems. We were like last 8-9 days, I'm traveling. I was out going around West Bengal, Jharkhand. We reached Jharkhand. Literally in Jharkhand there is no road. That road between, after every few meters, such deep potholes. So road is there and suddenly there is a pothole. So life is like that. You are happy for some time, but very soon that pothole or problem is going to start. That's all. Like in our, done my engineering. In engineering we have this. You have like every 6 months you have a semester exam. So engineering students are happy when there is no semester exam, they are happy. But very soon the exam will come, right? So life relative happiness means gap between two problems. Like when you ask people, how are you? You ask someone, na? And what does that person say? What does he say? What does he say? I'm fine. What does I am fine mean? Better than yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. What it means is right now there is no big problem in life. But very soon it will come. Right? So I am fine doesn't mean that I am blissful. I am happy. What it means is right now there is this gap between two problems, but the problem will come very, very soon. So this kind of happiness is called relative happiness. And the third thing that Krishna explains in Gita, happiness that has a beginning and an end, is called relative happiness. In this world, is there any happiness that has a beginning and no end? Is there anything like that? Is there anything like that? Nothing like that. Your favorite might be a rasgulla. I was in West Bengal, ate a lot of rasgullas. you may love rasgullas. You may put that rasgulla in your mouth. How long that happiness will last? Few seconds. Gone. So in this world, every happiness has a beginning and an end. Lord Krishna tells in the Gita, Adi antamanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Lord Krishna says everything in this world has a beginning and has an end. So such kind of happiness is relative happiness, not real happiness. So we are all looking for what? Real happiness, permanent happiness. Happiness that is not dependent on something, happiness that can be increased, happiness that has no end. It keeps going on and on. Okay? So we saw two kinds of happiness. Relative happiness and real happiness. Okay? All of you have understood this? So now how do you get them? How do you get relative happiness? How do you get real happiness? So what stops us from being happy is different kinds of problems, right? So now we saw two kinds of happiness, relative happiness, real happiness. Now I'm introducing two more terms, relative problems, real problems. Please try to understand this. When we solve relative problems, what is relative problem? We will discuss. When we solve relative problems, what kind of happiness we will get? Relative happiness. If you want real happiness, you have to solve real problems. The problem with us is, we are discussing about problem. The problem with all of us is, we think that by solving relative problems, we will get real happiness. That's where we make a mistake. By solving relative problems, we will get only relative happiness, not real happiness. So now we are going to discuss for some time, what is a relative problem and what is a real problem. So what is a relative problem? In simple words, what it means is, one man's food is another man's poison. So that means it is not something that is common to everyone. Just like, to give you an example, you may have a toothache. Big problem for you. But is it a problem to the dentist? Your toothache, is it a problem to a dentist? Any dentist here? Good. So your toothache is not a problem for a dentist. Probably the dentist will be not happy, but he'll feel that his business is going on. Okay? People have toothache, people will come to him. Right? You may have some legal issues. It's a big problem to you. But is your legal issues a problem to an advocate? It's not a problem to him at all. So in this world, one man's problem may not necessarily be a problem for another person. Like, to give you another example, there may be a rich man staying in Bombay and he may be thinking, when will I go to a hill station and settle down there? Right? So Bombay is a problem for him. He wants to go to a hill station and settle down. The guy who is staying in a hill station is thinking, I'm fed up of this peace here. I want busy Bombay life. And he's dreaming to go to Bombay. Understanding? So this person wants to go there, that person wants to come here. Or to give you one more example. There may be an umbrella shop guy. Outside his shop, there is a guy who's sitting on the footpath and selling vegetables. The umbrella shop guy is praying, "My dear God, send rain." Because when rains come, his business will go. The vegetable seller is praying to God, "God, don't send rains." Because if rains come, he'll have to shut his business. So in this world, most problems that we have is relative problems. When we solve relative problems, what we will get? Relative happiness, not real happiness. I'll give you another very practical example. You will be able to connect to this. For a student feels that school life is a big problem. I don't know how many of you all felt it, right? School life, wearing uniform, going to school, being on time, like a fed up, So students want to escape. They want to get liberated from the school teacher and schools and everything. It's a big problem for them. So school students feel that once school life is over, I will be permanently happy. They enter into college life. But in college life, do you experience permanent happiness? No. So in college life, you feel that now college is there. Once I pass, once I get a degree in my hand, then I will be permanently happy. After you get degree in hand, is there anyone who's permanently happy? No one. No one becomes permanently happy. So after some time you feel that probably I should get married. If I have a family, find a best life partner, I'll be permanently happy. And you try that, right? Is there permanent happiness? No. Then you feel that, my problem is I don't have children. Once I have children now, my life will be set. And then you have children. Are you permanently happy? No. And in this way, life goes on and on. Understanding the point? We are trying to solve relative problems. No job, no wife, no children. We are solving relative problems and expecting we will be permanently happy, which will never happen. When we solve relative problems, what we will get? Temporary happiness, not permanent happiness. Understanding the point? So now if we want permanent happiness, we have to solve real problems. And what are real problems? Real problems are three things in a real problem. First, a real problem is common to all. Second thing, no one wants it. But third thing is everybody gets it. These three things is real problem. So, any thoughts on what is a real problem? What is the real problem in life? Expectations. Desires. Mental peace, yeah, stress. Correct. Yeah. So basically, scriptures explain 4 things mainly. Plus there will be 3 more, we will discuss that. 4 main things that are called real problems of life. If you solve these real problems, you will hit permanent happiness. What are the real problems? The first is called birth. In scriptures, in Sanskrit, this is called Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. Lord Krishna tells in the Gita, Janma is birth. You may say, Prabhuji, how is birth a problem? I mean, if my birth didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to celebrate my birthday. I love celebrating my birthdays, cutting birthday cakes. How is birth a problem? I'll tell you how it is a problem. Because no child is born smiling. Has anyone come out smiling? Right? No child comes out smiling. The child is crying. Right? And no mother, the process of birth itself is painful for the mother. Therefore, it's called labor pain, not labor pleasure. It is labor pain. It's a very painful process. So birth is a problem because birth is the start of all problems. Isn't it? Because we came to this world, the rest all is a package. होता है ना? एक बार जन्म ले लिया तो बाकी सब पैकेज है. Lord Krishna tells in the Gita, जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु ध्रुवम जन्म मृतस्य च. For one who is born, death is sure. So as soon as you're born, birth, death, disease, everything is a package with the body. So birth is considered a problem. So you may say, birth has already happened. Now, I will not face the problem again. There are other things waiting in the pipeline. The second is called old age, right? Which will come to everyone, right? It will happen to everyone. One time, there was an old lady, was completely bent down, and she was walking with a stick in hand. There was a young boy who was making fun of this old lady. So he was asking this old lady, "What are you searching for?" She's bent down, but this guy is making fun of her. "What are you searching for?" So this old lady says, "I have lost the jewel of my youthfulness. I'm searching for it." So that means you are making fun of me. Tomorrow your turn will also come. So old age is a big problem. When people go through old age, a lot of physical issues, a lot of mental issues, a lot of emotional issues that you have to go through, right? Someone, just few days ago, someone was showing me a video of one expert flute player. I don't remember his name. Very, very famous. He's become so old now, he can't even hold the flute properly. His hand is trembling so much. And there the message was, we will all reach a point in time, we will not be able to do what we love to do the most. We will all hit that time that will completely humble us. So old age is a very humbling phase. It will completely humble you thoroughly. And along with old age, you have disease. So you may say birth has happened long back, old age, lot of time is there. But in between, there are so many diseases. Unlimited number of diseases. Cancer, all these things are on a rise. Heart attacks, completely on a rise. So disease, unlimited varieties of disease. And then finally, the final stroke is that of death, right? When death comes, it's a very painful process. Why is it painful? Because we are so attached to this body. Even though we are not this body, we will discuss this on a separate topic, but we are so attached to this body, we can't imagine life without being in this body. So we're going to be pulled out of this body. The attachment is so strong, it's going to be very, very painful if you have not taken up to spiritual life, if your attachment is not channelized in a proper place. So these are the real problems in life. And from age-old times, all the great intelligent people, the sadhus, they have always been searching for answers to solve these real problems. Birth, old age, disease, death. That means finding a path that will give us eternal life so that we don't have to take birth again. So that is what the aim and the purpose of human life and spiritual life is. So till now we discussed humans and animals, how are we special? We saw the common things and differences. What are the common things? S refers to sleeping, E refers to eating, the other E refers to enjoyment, and D refers to defending. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. And differences A, B, C, D. What does A refer to? Ability for higher inquiry. B refers to bliss. C refers to choice. And D refers to determination. So the difference between humans and animals. Then we saw what is a relative problem, what is a real problem. So then we came to this conclusion that if you want real happiness, we have to solve real problems. And what are real problems? Birth, old age, disease, death. If you solve this, then we will hit real happiness. Now we are coming to the last very important section. What is the permanent solution to these real problems? So we discussed 4 main problems in life. What are they? What are the 4 main problems? Birth, old age, disease, death. Along with this, there are 3 more. Like an engineering night would happen. We would have a semester, like 5 papers of this time, 3 papers of last time. Carry forward. We call that 80-80, carry forward. So like that. So in human life, you have main 4 problems, but along with that, 3 more problems are there. This is called 3 klesha. The first is called Adhyatmic Klesh. Misery is caused by one's own body and mind. I mean, see, the body may give you suffering once a while, but the mind is constantly torturing us. Day and night, the mind is constantly torturing us. So this is called Adhyatmic Klesh. Misery is caused by your own body and mind. The second is called adibhautik klesh. Misery is caused by other living entities. Even if your body and mind is perfect, others will not allow you to be perfect. People will come and trouble you. Some neighbor will put some kachada in your place. Someone will do something, right? If nothing, one mosquito will come and bite you, right? You will get some disease. Something will happen, right? This is called adibhautik klesh. And the third is adhyatmik klesh, natural disturbance, like earthquake, tsunami, fire, too much heat, too much cold. Human life is a life filled with so many problems. People are always complaining. Too much rain is a problem. When there is no rain, it is a problem. Every time it's a problem. We never say we are in the perfect climate. Everywhere there is some problem or the other. So these are the 4 main problems and 3 additional problems. So total how many? 7. So human life, if you want to achieve permanent happiness, you have to solve these problems. So someone may say, today is our first class. We thought we will hear something very inspiring. First class only you have given us such a hard message. Life is filled with so many problems. Can't you speak something good? Can't you speak something nice? So this is an ostrich. Have you all seen an ostrich? There is a philosophy called ostrich philosophy. You know what is ostrich philosophy? When an ostrich sees a tiger coming to attack, what the ostrich does is this. Ostrich will dig a hole and put its head in the hole. And what the ostrich thinks? No problem. But will the tiger go away? Tiger will do his job only. So just closing your eyes to problems, is it the solution? No. You have to face and then you have to solve. Right? So the wisdom of Gita begins with understanding what the problems are. So Gita is not a book that hides things. It's very straight and open. In today's world, things are hidden. I often give this example. You go to a private hospital, the lobby of the private hospital, it looks like a 5-star hotel. You really don't understand. It looks like, Baba, no one is suffering here. But to see what it is, you have to actually get into the wards. If you want to understand real hospital life, go to GMC. वहाँ पे सब सामने है, right? Government hospital, everything is very straight, open. But in a private hospital, things are packaged in such a way that the real problems are somewhere in the rooms. It's not visible outside. Why am I giving this example? Because in today's world, things are packaged in such a way that people don't speak about the real problems. People just don't speak about it. They just brush it under the carpet and they feel that the problem is no longer there. But until we speak about the problems, we will never take to spiritual life more seriously. So what is the solution to these problems? Birth, old age, disease, death, adhyatmik, adibhautik, adidevik klesh. Does material advancement, science, have solution to the real problems? Can science solve birth, old age, disease, death? What do you all think? Yes, no? No, it can't, right? Walt Disney, if you have heard of Walt Disney, very rich guy who made the Disney world. When he was about to die, no one wants to die. And someone like Walt Disney, if he dies, then everything is gone. So, he was feeling very sad that he's about to die. So some scientists came and told him, don't worry, we will preserve your body. We are coming up with a medicine that can bring a dead man to life. As soon as you die, we will give you the medicine, you will come back to life. But they told him, we need a couple of millions of dollars to complete the final research. And Walt Disney had a lot of money, he gave them the money, and Walt Disney died. Scientists got their money, whatever they need, they got. And they put their body under some nitrogen gas, whatever, to preserve it. The relatives of Walt Disney, they got very anxious. If this guy comes back to life, all our property will go up again. So they went and plugged that nitrogen chamber, whatever that preservative was, they pulled it away so that this fellow's body deteriorates. So scientists are intelligent and the relatives are intelligent, Walt Disney, he trusted these people thinking that they will come up with a medicine that will bring a dead man to life. But it is never possible. Scientific advancement has happened so much, you can never cure death. You can never come back to life. Forget death. There is not even a cure to old age. Is there a cure to old age? No. Is there a cure to disease? Can scientists tell you take this medicine, you will no longer get any disease? Can anyone declare that? No. So material scientific advancement is not a permanent solution. It is only a temporary stopgap solution. So one time there was one guy who was getting boils in his hand. He went to a doctor and the doctor gave him this ointment, boil ease. Put this medicine, the boil will go. He put it. After 1 week, the boil came in the next hand. He went to the doctor. Doctor told him, put boil ease. After 3rd week, the boil came in the leg. He went to the doctor. Doctor told him, Baba, don't come here. Many patients are there. I have given you medicine. Every time boil comes, put boil ease. Finish. So this was happening for some time. So this guy said, let me change the doctor and see. So he went to an Ayurvedic doctor. And Ayurvedic doctor told him, let's do some blood test. They did some blood test. They found out that there is some impurity in his blood. And the doctor gave him blood purifier, Safi. And then his boils went away. So now, boil is it a solution? Is it a solution to the problem? That is also a solution. And this is also a solution. But the difference is what? This is a superficial stopgap solution. This is a permanent solution. Understanding? So material advancement can only give you superficial stopgap solution, not permanent solution. Old age. Symptom of old age is your hair becomes white. Material advancement, what solution they have? Godrej hair dye. Tension, no tension. You look first class. You'll be ready for your next marriage, whatever. Right? So this is the solution they have. Your teeth start to fall because of old age. What is the solution they have? Artificial teeth, dentures, right? Or wrinkles come, they do facelift or whatever, right? Artificial facelift. So like this. So one time, there was one guy who died and he went to Yamaraj. And he told Yamaraj, what is this? You suddenly pulled me. You didn't give me any notice. In normal courts also, 3 times notice is given. And then only they pull that guy out. This fellow told Yamaraj, you just pulled me like that. So Yamaraj told him, Baba, I give you so many notices. You didn't take it seriously. I made your hair white. You put Godrej hair dye. You didn't take it seriously. Hair white, matlab, Yamaraj is giving you notice. Your time is coming. But where do we consider that notice? Your teeth fell down. You started to put dentures. Right? Wrinkles came, you did facelift. Finally, I pulled you only. You didn't take any of my notice seriously. So notices are coming. Old age, these are notices that are coming. But we are so much focused on the superficial solution that message is not hitting us. That we have to take to spiritual life a little more seriously. So material advancement only gives temporary relief, no real solution. It gives only a patch-up solution. In fact, it gives rise to problems worse than the original problem. Simple example, we'll give you a few examples ahead also. People invented cars, vehicles in order to solve problem of commutation. Previously, people would use bullock carts and all like that. Now, commutation problem is solved. Now you have another problem, pollution problem. Is commutation problem bigger or pollution problem bigger? Now pollution problem is bigger. So this is what happens. We use our brains to solve one problem, but that solution gives rise to another problem. And it's a complete chain reaction. See this, information technology. We are proud of living in an IT era where there is global connectivity, huge information, easy interactions. Along with that, there is pornography, health problems, impersonalism. The side effect, the flip side is heavy. This is a joke. This is an IT family, information, new age family. Mother and father are writing, "Dear Andy, how have you been? Your mother and I are fine, we miss you. Please sign off your computer and come downstairs to eat something. Love, Dad." So नीचे से ऊपर मैसेज भेजना पड़ रहा है, टेक्नोलॉजी है. लेकिन IT जिम, वेलकम टू वेट लॉस फोरम. To lose 1 pound, double click your mouse 6 million times. कंप्यूटर पे बैठ बैठ के, पहले वो ज़माना था लोग चलते थे, खेती में काम करते थे. Now you're sitting in front of a computer. Now weight has increased so much. What to do? Do this. Keep clicking the mouse hundreds of times. This is what it is. So modern advancement, anything that we do has a flip side to it. Mobiles, easily available, easy to contact, speed work. Along with that, there is no privacy, heart diseases, stress. This fellow inside the swimming pool, he has a phone in hand. Or you have your nuclear bombs and all these things, right? Lot of inventions, but lot of side effects also. Medicine, modern medicine, it has cure to diseases, but there's a lot of side reactions to it also. And in this way, we can go on and on. Every material advancement which comes as a solution, as a real solution, is actually not a solution, but it gives rise to problem worse than the original problem. So material advancement is only a temporary relief, no real solution. Only temporary, you feel good, but it's not the real solution. One time, there was 4 very simple people from India, 4 farmers from India, who got some lottery ticket, and they all got an opportunity to go to America for like 10-15 days. Now for Indians to go to US is like a big thing. So these people were so happy to go to America, very excited. So they got their accommodation on a hotel which was on the 100th floor. And they had like 10 days in America. They decided we will all go in different directions, experience different parts of America, and in the evening when we come together, we will share our experiences. In this way, we will try to see America, with each other's experience. So one day in the evening, they all came back, but the elevator was not working. Their room was on the 100th floor. Now what to do? They have to walk only the steps. They were walking. So as they were walking, they decided, let's all discuss. Not Bhagavad Gita, discuss about America, what we saw. So one guy said, my God, America is so great. What I saw, India is nothing. The other guy started to speak. Third guy started to speak, I'm going to get a green card here, settle down here. India is useless, And they were speaking like this on and on. They reached the 99th floor. They all turned to that 4th guy and asked him, Baba, you tell your experience. That guy said, I'll tell you, before that there's a problem. The key to our room is on the ground floor. So, this is the situation of modern world. We are all on the 99th floor in terms of technology. Whoever imagined that there would be something called a mobile, internet on a mobile, everything on a mobile, whoever imagined all this? 20 years ago, it was not even there in our imagination. So technology, we are climbing, whether it's technology, communication, whether it is transport, everything we are on the 99th floor. But somewhere we have missed the key to happiness. We have everything other than happiness. Isn't it? Even the richest nations, the most advanced nations, they cannot claim that they are happy. Somewhere the key to happiness is lost. So here is an interesting poem that will make you think. In today's world, people are simply living, hardly thinking. Simply living. You ask them why they are living, they don't know why they are living. सोचते नहीं है, ऊपर का दिमाग नहीं चलता, क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछते, बस जी रहे हैं, जीने के लिए जी रहे हैं, वो भी जी रहा है, हम भी जी रहे हैं, बस नो पर्पस इन लाइफ. यू डोंट थिंक. So, as human beings, we are supposed to think. We are supposed to find out whether my life is going the right direction or not. So, this is an interesting poem that will help us think. Life, it makes you think. The paradox of a time in history is that we have taller buildings but shorter tempers. बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग है पर गुस्सा बहुत जल्दी आता है. Wider freeways but narrower viewpoints. We spend more but have less. We buy more but enjoy it less. खरीदते हैं, जो पहले खरीदा उसको तो एंजॉय करो बाबा. हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा. We just speaking about problems. We'll just do kirtan for 5 minutes and wait. Okay, just a last small part is left, but with the slides it will be a little better. We'll just wait for 5 minutes and see if the.
You'll come in 2 minutes.
Can we do kirtan?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This kirtan is the ultimate solution. Okay. तो अपन उसको बस प्रेस करो. Okay. So it says, we spend more but have less. We buy more but enjoy it less. We have bigger houses and smaller families. Houses are big, but the families are getting more and more nuclear. More conveniences but less time. Again, previously people would wash their clothes, people would walk. Now you have washing machines, you have everything, but still there is no time. We have more degrees but less sense. More knowledge but less judgment. More experts but less solution. More medicine but less wellness. Wellness pharmacy. We are like so many pharmacies coming up. What does it mean, many pharmacies? What does it mean? More and more people are getting sick. Previously in one city, one pharmacy was enough. Now if you have 100 pharmacies, that means more and more people are eating medicines. That's what it is. That means people are getting sick. More medicine but less wellness. We have multiplied our possessions but reduced our values. We talk too much, love too seldom, and hate too often. We have learned how to make a living but not a life. We have added years to life, not life to years. We have been all the way to the moon and back, but have trouble crossing the street to meet the new neighbor. These are times of tall men and short character, steep profits, shallow relationships. These are times of world peace but domestic warfare, more leisure but less fun, more kinds of food but less nutrition. These are days of two incomes but more divorce, of fancier houses but broken homes. It's a time when there is much in the show window and nothing in the stock room. Life, it makes you think. So show window मतलब जो दिखावे का होता है ना, दिखावे का दुनिया बस. Everyone looks great, in their social media and everything, but no one is actually happy. Everyone has their own issues that they are dealing with. So this is what life is, modern life, life that is without spirituality. So now we are going to come to the last section of what is the permanent solution. How do we actually find that permanent happiness? So one time there was one guy who had lost his ring in the night, and he was searching for the ring. On the street he was searching for it. So there was one guy with a car, he just went past him, and then he came back again, this fellow with the car. Half an hour later also this guy is searching for his ring. So this guy got down from the car and asked him, what are you searching for? He's saying, I'm searching for the ring. He's saying, where did you lose it? He's saying, I lost it there. Why are you searching here? He's saying, here there is light. Street light is here, I'm searching here. Now, if you lost the ring there, you search here, will you get it? You'll never get it. Similarly, we are all searching for the right thing. What are we all searching for? Happiness. But we are searching it in the wrong place. Like in a desert. In a desert, can you expect happiness? Can you expect water in a desert? You will get mirage, illusion of water, but you will never find water in a desert. This is a restaurant, a place of eating. What it is called in Sanskrit or Hindi, a restaurant? Any Sanskrit, Hindi? भोजनालय, गुड. ठीक है. This is a bar. Goa to, you can see this everywhere. What is a bar called in Sanskrit or Hindi? Madiralay. Sounds nice, no? This is a school or a college. What it is called in Hindi? Vidyalay. This is a library. What it is called? Pustakalay, Granthalay. Okay. Now, if you go to a bar and you tell them, I want knowledge. You go to a bar and आप बार में जाके बोलेंगे मुझे ज्ञान चाहिए. वो बार वाला क्या बोलेगा? बोलेगा मैं दारू दे सकता हूँ, ज्ञान मिलेगा कि नहीं पता नहीं. बार में जाएंगे तो क्या मिलेगा? पीने के लिए मिलेगा. ज्ञान चाहिए तो if you want knowledge, where you have to go to? Vidyalay, right? If you go to Vidyalay and you say, Madam, can I get something to drink? Whiskey मिलेगा क्या? लेकिन यहाँ पे whiskey कहाँ मिलेगा बाबा? मदिरालय जाओ, वहाँ पे बहुत whiskey मिलेगा, है कि नहीं? So which place you go to, there you will find abundant of that thing. You can't expect something else there. You understanding? So you go to Madiralay, you get lot of Madira to drink. Gyan you will not get. If you want Gyan, you have to go to a Vidyalay. Similarly, Krishna, why I am telling you this? Because Lord Krishna in the Gita, he has called this world Dukkhalay. What is this world called? Dukkhalay. Whether we like it or not. First session is a little heavy session. This world is called Dukkhalay. So will you get Sukha here? Like you go to a Vidyalay, will you get Madira there? No. So in a Dukkhalay, what you can expect here? Dukkha. Expecting Sukha in a Dukkhalay place is completely wrong, because this place is designed to be Dukkhalay. Not only Dukkhalay, Krishna says another word, Ashashwatam. Shashwat matlab eternal, Ashashwatam matlab temporary. That means if someone says, Prabhuji, my life is not Dukkhalay, I am very happy. But the problem is, even if you are very happy, you will have to leave and go. It is temporary. First is filled with misery, Dukkhalay. Second is it is also temporary. So that's how this world is designed. So if you have a question, why is this world Dukkhalay, Ashashwatam? We have another topic to discuss that. But in essence, this world, Krishna stamps it as Dukkhalay, Ashashwatam. This world is a place of misery and temporariness. So now if you want permanent happiness, where do we find it? The things of this world will not give you permanent happiness. Why? Because the things of this world themselves are temporary. The people you are expecting permanent happiness from, they themselves are temporary. They themselves are miserable. How they will give you happiness? Simple, na? If you are expecting happiness from someone, that person should be happy first. If that person is only miserable, he will share his misery with you. How can he share his happiness with you? He doesn't have happiness only. So where do we find happiness here? So one time there was, one child of a billionaire. This child went to Mela. How many of you all went to Kumbh Mela this time? Please raise your hands. No one? Okay, one person. Next time it comes, you all should go. Kumbh Mela is a scene to witness. Crores of people. करोड़ों लोग हैं और जगन्नाथपुरी रथ यात्रा, lakhs of people. You go to Kumbh Mela or you go to Jagannatpuri Rath Yatra, one thing is always on. वहाँ पे स्पीकर में ना आवाज़ चलता रहता है, ये बच्चा यहाँ पे है, कोई माता पिता है इसका तो इसको लेके जाओ. क्योंकि वहाँ पे कोई गुम गया ना, once someone is lost there, very difficult to find. ऐसा अनाउंसमेंट चलता रहता है कंटिन्यूस. तो ऐसे ही एक कुंभ मेला में एक कोई बच्चा खो गया. एंड दिस चाइल्ड इज हु? चाइल्ड ऑफ अ बिलियनियर, लॉस्ट. नाउ यू फाइंड दिस चाइल्ड. करोड़पति का बच्चा आपके पास मिल जाता है. हाउ कैन यू हेल्प दिस चाइल्ड? यू मे गिव द चाइल्ड सम फूड, you may give the child some clothing, you may give the child some medicine. But if you want to do the highest help to the child, what you have to do? Connect the child to father. Because father is millionaire. Once you connect, the child's life is sorted permanently. Isn't it? So scriptures give us this example. We are all children of God. And God, is he billionaire and trillionaire? What is God? He's the boss of everyone. He's like the supreme richest. We are all children of God, but we are lost in this world. ये दुनिया के मेले में हम खो गए हैं. So if we want to be permanently happy, solution is simple. Connect back with God. बस, that's what the scriptures tell us. गीता भागवत का सार यही है. The reason we are suffering is we have lost that connection. भगवान के साथ हमारा कनेक्शन टूट गया है. अगर हम भगवान के साथ फिर से कनेक्शन बनाएंगे, we will be permanently happy. This is what the conclusion of the scriptures is. Now the question comes, does God exist or not? अब भगवान भगवान बोल रहे हो, भगवान है कि नहीं? We will discuss tomorrow. Does God exist? Anyone has any questions till what we discussed today? किसी का कुछ प्रश्न है? Did you all understand? Any questions? You all understood today's session? Okay. So basically we saw common things between humans and animals, differences. We saw to be permanently happy, we have to solve real problems. And then we came to the conclusion that the real solution or the way we can be really happy is when we make that connection back with that Supreme God, who is a Supreme Father. So, does God exist? Also is a very interesting topic. We'll be discussing definition of God, how the proof of existence of God. We'll be also discussing about various scriptures, why to have faith in scriptures. We will do that tomorrow. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So hope all of you have liked today's session. So tomorrow's session also we'll try to start sharp by 7. Okay, today we became a little late because it was the first day and many devotees were coming. So tomorrow we'll make a point to start by 7. So I'll be present, okay? So all of you are added in the group. So while going, one of our volunteers will please take your number, okay? So if you all are not